everybody, this is Life with Coyote Farm, and where am I? I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. Jumbo Kenya, Jumbo Africa, Jumbo the world. This is one of the most wonderful places to be. Why? Because I'm in the Karura forest, set up by the most amazing, one of the most iconic African women. I think the first African female Nobel Prize winner, Wangari Maathai. And what has she done here is just truly amazing. You know, conserve this beautiful forest, just gotta look around at nature, about the trees. I remember when she was talking about planting a tree, you know, creating beauty around us and not allowing urbanization to kill our natural habitat and resources and our environment. And she's brought it home right here. And who am I with? I'm with two amazing ladies. I'm gonna, you're gonna see right now very shortly, Liz and Rosie. This experience is really more about their experience and how they're making a difference here in Nairobi.
Hi, I'm Rosie Laura and I'm here in Nairobi in Karura Forest. And we are happy and excited to have Coyote Fam visiting from Lagos to help tell the African story.
Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Joroge, and this afternoon I'm here feeling very honored with Coyote Farm and Rosie Aya. We're here in the beautiful Karura Forest. This is a beautiful forest and it's very special to us Kenyans. It represents so much for us. It represents hope, it represents persistence, the work that Wangari Maathai did to save this forest and make it a place that all Kenyans of every color, of every race, from every social background can come and enjoy a lovely sunny afternoon like this. It's such a special place and it's the beginning of a very special day. This afternoon I will take Coyote Farm and Rosie and the team to see Ghetto Classics. Ghetto Classics is a program in Korogosho, which is one of the informal settlements in Kenya, one of the hardest ones, and you'll see the pictures about what life is about in Korogosho. Ghetto Classics is a music program there. We teach music to young kids in Korogosho, and we use music to teach them important life skills, give them hope. Actually, our logo is making music make a difference. So we believe that the skills that come with learning the kind of music that we actually do are skills that they can transfer into their lives, change themselves, their families, and their wider community.
Today's story is about supporting our women. I say our women and not supporting women because I believe women are part of us men as we are part of them. They are our mothers, they're our sisters, they're our daughters. We can't live without them. They're our future. There's still far too much abuse of women and children taking place in Africa today. Remember, a woman who's been abused, even emotionally, passes on the negative impact of that abuse unknowingly to her children. And all this does is just create a generation of Africans who are dysfunctional or emotionally unstable and are having to compete in a more demanding and a more competitive global environment.
It's amazing what you've created here. Out of this environment, you've created beauty. How? Talk to me a little bit about the inspiration, because I'm inspired right now, standing right next to you. I just think, oh my God, you're one of the heroes of Africa, and people need to know that there are people like you out there making a major difference. And sometimes we use this making a difference almost as become cliche.
It's true.
But this is somebody who's really doing it, and what you go through as a result. The challenges, the pain, the times when you feel, oh my God, let me just give up.
Give up, yes, that's true. Many times we wanted to give up. This all started really by accident. It was not something I set out to do. It was one of the things the gods decided, and I didn't know that that's what they planned. It was a meeting between the sports community in the government actually, and UN Habitat were actually building this football pitch and that basketball pitch, and I gate crashed a meeting. I was trying to get business for a magazine I used to do at the time, and the Catholic father who ran the center was there at the time, and he told me, why don't you start a music program if you're a musician? And I said, why not? Really not understanding what I was getting myself into. And Ghetto Classics has grown from that. First from a choir into an orchestral group that you see here. There's a girl at the moment who has just had a baby. She was raped here, you know, and we were the only people who could help her, you know, and so we took her to a home somewhere, to the hospital, and somewhere where her child is now 8 weeks old, and now it's sort of like, what do we do with her? She wants to continue school, but she wants to keep her child, and that combination is very, very difficult because a lot of orphanages would take the child away from her forever. You know, they take legal guardianship, but she has made it clear that she wants to keep her child, and she's an orphan, no brother, no sister, so that child is her only family. So we now have to find a solution that helps her go back to school but keep her child. And like I say, it started off as a music program, but inevitably we do get involved in the other issues, because I suppose we have access to help that these children don't have. And so when we see a problem, I feel it's our duty to do the best that we can to find a positive solution for them, and that this hiccup doesn't ruin their life, but can be used as a stepping stone for their lives to get better. So we try and partner with hospitals to help those who need medical care. We also suffer with some of the kids here have addictions, and you know, it's like, okay, how do I help you get over that addiction? So we partner with counselors. We try and partner with people in business to give these kids mentorship. There are very few male role models for a lot of these kids, and so finding people who will now give us their time, their advice. So I've started a monthly sort of talk for these kids where I bring a leader from society or an expert on something to come and talk to them about investments, about how does the banking system work, how do you form a company, how do you pass in school, if I have legal problems, how do I solve them? And therefore, hopefully, I try and address those other issues as well.
Oh,
well, it's difficult. It's very hard.
It's so challenging, but you're doing it and you're persevering.
Yes.
And you're making it happen, and you're giving hope.
You know,
to the kids of the community.
I say that if I don't live here, and these kids do, and if they have hope and they want to get better, who am I to give up on them? So as much as it's really, really challenging, how do I teach them not to give up if I give up? So I have to keep going. I have to find a solution, because I have to teach them that there are solutions.
Hello everyone, my name is Pedro Alatishe. I'm a visual artist. I'll give you 2 reasons why you should support women. We're not living in the olden ages. We're part of a universe that is growing, and everyone is growing up in ideology, in thought, and we're advancing. And it just makes common sense. We need ourselves, and we need each other, and we need that mutual respect for one another. There are things that women do, men can't do, and there are things that men do that some women can't do. We need to work together. I mean, the world has to be a better place. The world needs to heal. And one of the reasons why the world will heal is because we've included women in the healing process. And you know something, when we talk about a lot of injustice towards women and children, when we talk about it, we call them women issues. And I think that perception is so wrong. They are issues for humanity. It's not a women's issue. It's not a women's issue when you say you should stop genital mutilation. It's a world issue. It involves all people. It is not a women's issue when you say that sexual assault against women should stop. It is a world issue. When you continuously hack a half of your body down, the other half will never be well. And that is why the problem has the world has the problem it has now. If you look at any society where it is flourishing, if you look at a society that you will say is successful, please look at the women and then compare it to a society that isn't doing so well. And then you will see that women really are the key to making change. And especially for violence against women. How do you talk to women to stop violence against women? It doesn't make sense. You have to talk to the men. It is the men who assault the women. It is the men you go talk to yourselves and stop this madness.